EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Tara Iti Golf Club on the North Island of New Zealand, it's final round coverage of the Kiwi Championship. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. That a beauty, safely in the fairway to get this Sunday round started. So from a little more than 70 yards, this is second. Yeah, good soft hands. That is nicely done. A 6-footer now for birdie. Oh, well, that is not what you want to see on the first hole. He's already thinking this better not be one of those days. Safely in. It's a par here at the first. They'll remain at 27 under. Now to the second at 173 yards. It doesn't take long to notice the distinguishing aspect to this hole. It is that pot bunker a la the 6th at Riviera, rather inconveniently situated in the back center portion of the green. Okay, a friendly bounce there, and that will make its way onto the putting surface. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Yeah, we've got 2 things to contend with here. First, it'll be fast back down the hill, but also this is going to be working its way from left to right.
No, kind of underread that one, and it winds up missing below the hole. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll stay right where he is. On to the third at 446 yards. On a clear day, you feel like you could see all the way to South America. But when the clouds and fog shroud the barrier islands beyond, it's like something out of an adventure movie. As for the hole itself, beware that any shot that hugs the left side of the fairway could leave you with a blind approach over a large mound. And that one not going to stop in time. It'll roll all the way into the bunker. Anything on the green would be a good result from here as he readies his second out of the sand.
Well, there's more evidence why the long bunker shot is so difficult. Now, a good short game.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Nicely done. It is a par here at the third. And he'll remain right where he is. Now to Tara Edi's fourth. This is one you look forward to. A par 4 at just 340 yards. Off the tee, you'll need to avoid a small, sandy, brush-filled area in the middle of the fairway. But if you do, you'll have a better-than-average chance of getting something close to or even on this sloped green. Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. So from just off to the side of the green here, he is second to the par 4. Four feet, all that's left for birdie. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. And he moves to 28 under par. Up next, a par 5 as we reach the 5th hole. And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. Now a big spot here for something good. This is short second to the par 5. It is one of the more satisfying shots in golf, isn't it? Downwind to a par 5, the second, you knock it on. Chance for eagle.
Certainly shortens up the par 5, that wind at your back, Rich, but you can just surf the wind. Just let that ball carry and just sail towards the green.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Yeah, there's another one. Back-to-back birdies here at 4 and 5. And he'll get that score to minus 29. To the 6th hole now. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony, and a great result in the fairway.
Well, that tee shot took some working out. The breeze was coming off the left, made the adjustment, and it is absolutely fine now.
Front right hole location as he prepares his second to the par 4.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Oh, how about the run here? That a third consecutive birdie. And he's going to move to 30 under par. Continuing on with this front side, we head to the par 4 7th. Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. Yep, well done. That's in for par here at 7. And he'll remain 30 under par. On to the 8th hole. He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. Walking the course today, let's bring in Notah Begay III.
Looking good at 116 to the hole. Pin is on the front left part of the green. Sand wedge takes flight, and I don't think it's going to carry.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. One more par 4 to get through on this front side as we come to the par 4 ninth. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. Just over 90 yards, all that's left here for his second. Well, he's overshot the green here.
Fire the caddy, Rich. Seriously. Any other club other than that one.
And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Got that up too high, and it didn't want to come back. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. Unfortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. First hole of the back 9, hole number 10. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
Had to take the boxing gloves off on that one. No touch whatsoever, and this is a long, long putt coming back.
Lengthy putt here of 27 feet. Good stop, though it is for a bogey 4. But fortunately, this one still well in hand. A par 5 coming up next as we reach the 11th hole. Maybe some frustrations taken out there after that last hole. That was a big swing, and it is going to be a big result. Now, from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5. It is one of the more satisfying shots in golf, isn't it? Downwind to a par 5 to second and then knock it on. Chance for eagle.
Certainly shortens up the par 5, that wind at your back, Rich, but you can just surf the wind. Just let that ball carry and just sail towards the green.
Had a pretty good run at it. That would have been a nice eagle, but couldn't quite find the line. A great opportunity here for birdie. You bet, a birdie here at the 11th. And stop the presses if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. This one's starting a hair right. And that will do just fine. Right around 180 to go for his second. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And that lead already insurmountable. Gonna stay at 9 shots. 13th hole coming up. It is a par 4. a touch more accuracy could have had him on in one. Instead now, his second from the side of the green. Not much to this one. It's for birdie. Just like that, it's a birdie here at 13. And on the heels of a top 10 last week, this would be even sweeter if he could hold on to win here. And to the 14th hole. The rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second. Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie. Another rolled in there. Birdie's now at 13 and 14. And this is turning into an absolute runaway at the top of the leaderboard. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. He's been good all day around the greens. This is second. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in hand. 3 holes remain as we come to the par 4 16th. And this ball absolutely piped. It is right down the middle. Little bit of an awkward distance for this, his second. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. play there. A birdie here at 16. And this is no longer a contest, folks. This one is all over but the shout. Deep into the round now at the 17th hole. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now from a tight lie, this his second. I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. And getting set to tee off on this par 5. And that will make going for this par 5 into much more difficult, as that is into the fairway bunker. That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in a really good position here on the par 5. Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine. Now this for another birdie. Yeah, it's a birdie at the last. And that means this will be a final round, 65. Just a marvelous performance, Frank. Look, I know you love EA Sports. You play all the games. You might win Madden football by double digits, right? It is football. But in golf, double-digit victories, that's rare. That doesn't happen a whole lot.
You're right. It looked like we were playing Madden the way it was like, instead of touchdown after touchdown, it was, knock it to a foot, knock it to another foot, another birdie, another eagle. Just incredible. They just boat raced the field.
So, for Frank Nobilo, Notah Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf.